Hello everybody, Mickey here, Hampshire Outdoors Survival. So something a bit different today, just for the fun of it. Just thought I'd try something. Back garden bushcraft. So today I'm going to review a pack. It's from Temu. It's a budget pack. It's an 80 litre. I'm going to tell you what I really think of it. And I'm going to try and rig myself up a camp here in my own back garden. Now I've got no trees or anything to use here, and I want to have a hammock. Basically because it's 30 degrees, it's hot. I'm trying to keep myself cool, keep myself in the shade, stay relaxed and comfy, and tonight I might possibly spend the night in the hammock because it's going to be cooler out here than it is in the house. So anyhow, let's crack on with this madcap plan, see what happens. Hope you enjoy the video. If you do, let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. Let's get on with it. First thing I'm going to do is move one of Kaz's plants so that there's no risk of damaging that, because obviously I want to be a little bit careful. So we'll move that out to there today. Move the watering can over to there, and we will get the bag out. So, it's an 80 litre bag. It's not a bad size, as you see. It's, yeah, we'll see how much kit's in it, and we'll see if we can get something sorted out here. Let's crack on with this, get it done. So, it's an 80 litre bag, okay. Now, let's get first bad point. First bad point is these straps here for securing the top only work when the bag's fully packed. The bag's not fully packed. What you will have to do is pull the straps out, come down underneath the molly, and you can secure it like that, which just takes a little bit of logical thought. Personally, I think these straps should have been on the sides here, each side of the pocket, and it would have worked better. The clips, plastic clips, they're okay, they do the job. You're not going to be putting major pressure on them. So yeah, that's not too bad. So let's open her out. Dog water bowl in the top. So you've got a nice large pocket in the top, pretty much comparable to most rucksacks and Bergens. Open up the clips there, take the jacket out. So there's no internal pocket in the lid. I would have thought it's going to be waterproof because it's quite dense material. It's got molly on the front, which as you can see is ideal for hanging everything on, but the molly itself is quite loose. So it will work, but it is quite loose, and it's single stitched. So it's not the strongest, but for attaching things to or for adjusting that lid, yeah, it will work. Side pockets are too small. They're not very deep, or they're deep, they go down a long way, but they're not big enough. You will not get a water bottle into a side pocket, which is one of the tests for me. I want to get a water bottle down inside that side pocket. That won't work for me. The zippers themselves aren't going to be waterproof either. The flap doesn't come far enough over the zip to make it waterproof, and these are generic cheap zips. They're not going to take a huge amount of abuse. Okay. Let's have a look at the front pocket. So you've got two front pockets. You've got a large one on the top. Okay, so this is a large pocket. First aid kit in there. Some scoff in there. But it's not. It is probably only sticks out that far, an inch and a bit from the front edge. It's not a particularly big pocket. Ideal really for putting something in like maps and things like that. The bottom pocket down here behind these straps, which bear no purpose whatsoever. I know they're supposed to be there on most rucksacks to put a tentage system on. Well, no, again, that pocket is the same depth, it's just a smaller version at the bottom. You could, yeah, probably get a torch in there, maybe a first aid kit, something like that. So, pocket wise, it lets it down. Material wise, we'll get a close up of. It is a nylon over plastic. Okay, so it's nylon plastic covered. It's trying to dress up as Cordura, but it's not. When you look at the back edge here, okay, the two pads there that you would be using to get airflow on your back and protect your back are way out to the sides. Look good, bit gimmicky, but actually don't give you any support at all. And with that plastic backed nylon through the centre, yeah, you're going to sweat on your back. However, saying that, the straps themselves are very good. They're very wide, they're easily adjustable. The waist straps, again, got good padding that sits on the hips, so it's well padded out. In actual fact, some of the better rucksacks and burthens could take a lesson from these guys on actually how to build a strap. They are flexible, padded, comfortable. The webbing runs from the stitching inside all the way around and all the way back down to the anchor point, so the weight of it isn't on the padding, it's on the strap, and the strap is anchored in several places. Very good, like that. 80 litres. So everything that you see now is going to come out of this bag. So we're talking about an overnighter. So if I was going up the woods, this is what I'd take with me. So we're going to sling up a shelter here, a hammock. Right, so first things out, as always, it's going to be my shelter kit. And my shelter kit of choice today is going to be using a rope line and a tarp. Now this tarp, again, is a Temu tarp. Was it Temu, Kaz, or Amazon? Amazon. It's an Amazon tarp. Okay, it's a 3x3. I cannot for the life of me remember how much it cost, but I believe it was sub £20.
Yeah.
Yeah, sub £20. So why did I like this tarp? Why did I go for this tarp? Well, in this weather, this tarp's got a bonus. Okay, it's got a reflective layer. Okay, this silver in here is reflective. Now in the winter, you'd obviously want that on the inside. I've got camo net here, so I'm not too worried about the appearance and that, and obviously I'm at home, so I'm not hiding. So what I would do today is I'm going to rig this so that the silver is facing out. So the idea being it's going to reflect heat away from me. And because of the way I'm set up here, I'm going to be using the gazebo pretty much as the shelter. So let's see what we can come up with. A couple of bungees. That's what we're going to want. Cord.
Ross.
As you see, basically what I'm looking at is trying to create a cooler area, and already we noticed that it does feel cooler. That silver is reflecting the light out, so it's pushing the light or the heat off of us, and it's created a cooler spot under here straight away. Nice, we like that. The next thing's going to be put a hammock up. So let's get a hammock up. Now I wouldn't suggest you use a normal gazebo for putting a hammock up. This is quite an industrial gazebo. It's the sort that are used by Halfords and other businesses for their mechanics outside. I've got to manage to get hold of one of their frames, so it is quite heavy duty. Yeah, let's see if we can get a hammock up. Now the thing is going to be, I haven't got a huge space across there, so I'm probably going to have to shorten right up on the straps on the hammock. I might even end up just anchoring the hammock at one end. So let's have a look, see what we've got. Next sorted. Right. So cover. Don't need. Right, so stick the knife out of my pocket and let's have a look. Is the gazebo going to support the hammock? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh baby, that works. Oh sweetness. That means my hammock is up in my garden. Woohoo! Now, question you've got to ask yourself, is Mickey going to sleep in that tonight? We'll see. So, that's the hammock up. It's a little bit of shelter up. Next thing we're going to do with our camp, what else are we going to do? So, sleep system out the bag. Because let's face it, this video is really about the bag more than anything else. So, in this weather, I don't need an under blanket, and I don't really need a cover that's going to be really warm. So we'll go with a lightweight summer sleeping bag. And what we'll do with that is we'll unzip it completely so that it wraps around me. Okay. So if I need to, I can pull it over me, wrap myself up in it, but I'm not going to need it, I don't think. So, yeah, that's that done. So, on top of that, as the other thing you're going to do on your camp is get a brew on, isn't it? Make some scoff. So we've got some items to try that with today. So we've got stuff that we've used in the past, and we've got a cooker, call it a cooker? Yeah, we've got a cooker. So we've got a cooker that we're going to try out and attempt for our back garden bushcraft camp, and we'll see how that goes. And again, this video, I can already hear some people saying, but Mickey, you've not gone up the woods. But Mickey, you've not done. Not everybody can. The point of this video is not everybody can get up the woods. Not everybody has got somewhere to go. Not everybody can get away somewhere. However, a lot of us that do this started off in the back garden at home with a tent, mum and dad watching out the window. Okay, and there's no reason why you shouldn't. So the idea of this video is to show people you might not be able to get the woods, you might not have availability of woods, but if you've got a small space, yeah, you can still do it. You can still have your veggies, you can still practice your skills. Okay, still putting your hammock up, still putting a shelter up, still trying to waterproof yourself, still trying to shelter yourself, still do your cook system and all the rest of it. You can do all that at home, it's all practice. In actual fact, I'd advise people to practice it at home if they can, before going out, because there's nothing worse than finding yourself out in a distant environment and finding you don't know how to use your kit, or you haven't got that essential line that's required for the tent, you're missing a pole, or your cook system requires something you haven't brought with you. So again, practice, improves the skill set. So, what I'm going to do, Right guys, so back to the bag. Okay, so yesterday was a wonderful day. Yeah, we got the hammock up in the gazebo, proved I could do it. Wonderful, really comfy. Had a bit of a doze out there in the evening. It was very nice, but the weather changed through the night, so the kit's been brought down and I came indoors. Simple as that, not a problem. Anyhow, so back to the bag. This bag is under a tenner on Temu. Okay, it's an 80 litre bag, and it has literally the only part of it that really is of use to me was the fact that it was a big bucket style bag. Okay, no sections in there, just one big bucket bag. Under a tenner. So, what do I think of it? Well, the strap system on it was superb, like that. The back system was pants. It's really there for the look rather than the use. The pockets on it are just they're not deep enough. They don't come out far enough from the bag to actually be able to put the sort of kit you want to carry on the outside, water bottles and things like that, which is a shame. Okay, the actual construction of the bag overall, it's not bad. I've seen a lot worse, but it's not brilliant. The material, as you can see there, it is a nylon, and it's quite a good quality nylon. It's not the best, but it's not bad, with a plastic coating on the back. Okay, so they've tried to replicate Cordura. It's not Cordura. It's not to that standard. All the seams are single stitch. There's no double stitching on it, although it does have a liner inside. So would I say go and buy this? No, I wouldn't. Don't buy this if you're looking for something that you're going to use for a hike while camping, carrying your kit out. It's just not sturdy enough, and it just doesn't have the pockets for it. However, does it have a place for me in my kit? Well, funnily enough, yeah, it does. Where it comes in handy for me is back here, storing stuff. So if I've got something that's bulky that I want to carry, that's not heavy, that I'm literally carrying from here to the car, up to the woods, getting it out, demonstrating it, fine. It's not a hiking bag. It's, I would call it a storage bag, to be honest with you. It makes it easier for me to move those bits and pieces I want to. And to give you a good idea of the size, okay, it's 20 litre water can. Okay, so that's a size of a jerry can. If I open the bag out, okay, it swallows that down to about there. So it does fit in there, and in actual fact, I could probably so there's a 10 litre jerry can, and a 20 litre can inside it. Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. So yeah, if I'm now looking at storing those somewhere and hanging them up out the way, I can do. And that's about the only use for it. And again, when I come back to these side pockets, as you see, they're not very deep. Same thing with the front pockets. They look good. They look good on the advertising pictures, but practically not a lot of use. So that's the bag. Is it absolute rubbish? No. It has a place. It's usable. If you're just lugging bits and pieces around with you and you just want a single bag, yeah, cheap, cheerful, ain't going to last you forever. Definitely not the sort of thing I want to take up on the mountains, okay? But under a tenner, what can you expect? And that's the other point with the Temu and a lot of things like that. If you're buying something at an amazingly cheap price, you can't expect too much. When I ordered it, I did not expect it to be to the same standard as my MOD Longbergen or a Berghaus or something like that. But I wanted to have a look and see how it come out. Yeah, it's not a loss. I haven't lost on it. I haven't really won on it either. So there you go. That's that. And back to building camps and that in your garden. Again, as I said on the video, that's how we started out, a lot of us. I can remember the first time I stayed out overnight. Okay, I was about 8 years old. It was, funny enough, it was bonfire night. The family had loads of relatives have come in for bonfire night, and it was quite a balmy November. It was one of those nice warm Novembers. Like I say, I was about 8 years old. There wasn't a lot of space in the house, and so my dad said, "I'll tell you what, boys, how many of you want to sleep out in the tent tonight?" And the tent we used was an old Second World War canvas pup style tent, British Army issue. Okay, we had that set up in the garden. We had carpet thrown down inside it, some old carpet, so that we weren't on the floor because these didn't have ground sheets. And we had a selection of blankets and bits and pieces in there. Now, how do I remember the night? I remember the night as being proud of myself. I was excited. I was the oldest. I was in charge. We were out there living the wilds in the back garden. It was only years later, speaking to my mum and my dad, okay, or speaking to my mum. I'd actually lost my father at the time. We were talking about my dad. And I was saying how I remembered this. And my mum laughed. She said, "Yeah," she said, "your dad turned the lights off in the kitchen and spent most of the night in the kitchen just keeping an eye on you boys to make sure you were safe. You didn't do anything silly. Nobody got hurt. And he also wanted to be there in case anybody got scared." Now, that's, yeah, that makes me smile. That's a good memory of my dad. That's, yeah, because that's exactly the sort of guy he was. He wouldn't have shown you it. He wouldn't have said it. He knew he was there. So anyhow, so there we go. Outdoor camping. It's somewhere where we all started. You can do it in the garden, you know, and especially if you've got youngsters. Yeah, that's where to start them off. Plus, practice with your kit. Right? Practice with your kit. Get used to using it before you go up on the hills, before you go up things. That's when you're going to discover you've got a problem. And and I'm sure all the guys will back me up, even on brand new kits, sometimes you come, it's got a defect, not sewn fully. Yeah, okay, or it might have a tear in it from transporting, packaging, or whatever. And the last thing you want to do is get up on the hills, especially in poor weather, get that brand new packaging open and find there's a pole missing, or there's a tear in it, or the stitching's not complete. Okay, that's a nightmare. And also, if it's kit you've never used before, you don't know if it's going to leak. You don't know what you're going to need to carry with it. Is it any good? Is it big enough? All right. So again, get the kit out at home, try it out at home, and if you don't have any space at home, go to the local park, set it up there. Um, you may well have somebody come over and go, "Oh, excuse me, but you're not allowed to camp here." Just say, "Oh, sorry, I don't have a garden. I'm actually putting the tent up to have a look at it, get it ready for a trip, and then I'm going to put it down, take it away. I'm not stopping there overnight. I'm just trying it out." And you'll find most people, if you're sensible, polite, got a smile on your face, and friendly and honest about it, they're not going to give you a problem. But like I say, the worst thing you can do is find yourself up on those hills and have your tent failure. Okay, so guys, have fun. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave us a comment. Please like, subscribe, share. Join us this Sunday night for the Sunday night social, and it's our 1,500 subscriber giveaway this week. So if you want to be involved in that, come over to the live stream, watch the live stream, and at some point in the live stream, we're going to pick one name off of there. The timing has already been chosen, sealed in an envelope. Okay, so the nearest comment to that timing is going to get me going, "Congratulations, well done, you have won." And if it's not there on the live stream, if you don't see me saying your name on the live stream, somebody phones you up, contacts you, sends you an email saying, "Oh, we're from Hampshire Outdoors and Survival, send us such and such, we'll send you your prize." It's not me. If this face doesn't say it, you ain't won it. Anyhow, guys, other than that, have a great weekend. All right, enjoy yourselves, take it easy, get outdoors, have your adventures, have your fun. All right, love those you do, forgive those you don't, and as always, peace and light be upon you all. This is Mickey. Till next time, Mickey out.